Hi, everyone. I am Paul Atkinson, and I'm going to formally introduce myself in a little while. But I want to say something to you. Welcome to today's session, and I'm delighted to talk to you about it. One of the topics today is dear to me, and I see Miss Jen, you're there. Can you please, Jen, get a copy of our blank listing agreement so when we need to show it on the screen, and let's do a test, Jen. Get the agreement, please share it on the screen at any time that I'm speaking so I know it's there, and then we're just going to have it in the background. But today we're going to talk about some really good stuff. So here's a question, right? So having our real estate license is what, right? It's so many things. We have been given a multi-million dollars, in some cases, multi-billion dollar opportunity because you have a real estate license. You went and we all went out there and we took the exam and we passed it and we got it. This license that we have, it is the ability to give us this feeling of happiness, right? We get the commission. We feel happy when we get a commission, thousands of dollars. It makes us feel independent. Real estate license makes us feel independent. It's allow me, you, right? You could say this too, right? Allow me to live the lifestyle that I want. Yeah. It allows me to take care of my family. The real estate license allows me to buy investment properties. It also lets me fulfill my dreams. But when you get the real estate license, is it all that you need in order to be successful? Is it really? Because I know the facts that most realtors fail to close deals, fail to answer the question that has been asked to them by sellers time and time again. Can you lower your commission? Can you lower your fees? And yes, you cave in and you lower your fees. You practically do it for nothing. But today is a good day. It's a wonderful day because my name is Paul R. Atkinson. I am the author of The 5 Steps of the Sale. It is a book on how you can sell and close 99% more in your presentations. For those of you who don't know me, for those of you who do know me, welcome back. We have a big audience today, and I need help with all this many people that we have. So I know Benisa is there for me. I know also Jen, please show me what you have on the screen. Let me just go ahead and stop so you can show. Go ahead and just do a test. We're doing a test right now. Jen, do we have what we need? Yay! Okay, I'm going to need that. Perfect, perfect. Cool, cool, cool. You can shut it down, Jen, because we're going to need to show them how this is going to work. All right, so that's a listing agreement, right? And I'm going to do a massive demo today, a very good demo that you guys not only are going to want to record this, but you're going to want to keep it in your hands. Real good. Benisa, welcome and good afternoon. How are you? Are you there? Because I'll need you for the polls.
As always.
Thank you, my dear. So let's
You're
get back to sharing our presentation and continuing on with the slides, right? So I am the author of this technique that is called the 5 Steps of the Sale, and this is something that I learned back in 1993, actually, in 1993. So it's been 20 years now since I've learned what I'm about to show you, and it's very valuable to me. It was a secret for 29 years. If you actually do the research, you'll see that this book was only released last year, 2022. So I've kept it a secret for many years. And you're going to see a live demo right now. You're going to see a live demo. So don't go anywhere. Make sure that you stand or you sit up in your seats, get a pen and paper, because we're going to throw down. Now, you are here today because you want to grow. Is that correct? By show of hands, how many people came here today because they want to grow their business? Okay, I can see it. Keep raising the hands. Okay, you are here because you want to grow. And you're curious to see how I would handle a question like, hey, Paul, can you lower your commission and your fees? All right, well, we're going to give you that. It's going to take probably 30 to 40 minutes for us to go through this. And part of it is because we're going to do a live demo. And we're going to have to take it from the top in order to show you the full effect of how you are to answer and deal with this objection, this problem of somebody taking money out of your pocket and out of your children's pocket and your family's pocket and food out your mouth. So what is our objective today? There's always should be an objective when we have a meeting. Yes? Our objective today is to strengthen you, give you power so you could pull yourself up when you get knocked down and be able to close a deal. We want you to relax, take a deep breath, and get ready to learn a lot of things. Today, you will learn these main things. And I need a volunteer to read what is the first thing you're going to learn. Someone come up and read for me. What are you going to learn? What's your name? And give me a volunteer, please. Someone, please come. Nan, please turn off your mic. Please open your mic, and you'll be my helper today. Please, Nan.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, Nan. Where are you from?
Anna Maria Island, Florida.
Woohoo!
Woohoo!
Hey, I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm down here in Fort Lauderdale, right downtown.
Okay, you know where I'm at then.
Yes, I do. Nan, thank you for being here. And we want you right now to help us to facilitate this training today. Now,
I can do that as long as I'm not on camera.
all right, that's cool. Keep it up. It's all good. It's all good. Could you read what we're going to learn today? What's the first thing?
Learn how to move a seller forward.
Wow. Sometimes we get stuck, we're in that listing presentation and the seller says something that throws us all off whack and we have to learn how to move them forward. We're going to do that today with a live demo. So stay tuned. What's the next thing we're going to learn, Nan, please?
Learn 5 proven techniques.
That will work on any seller to move them forward. Any. I don't care who they are. Any. 99%. It will close. What is the next thing, Nan, that we're gonna see? What?
See, hear, and feel the skills to have. That's awesome.
It sure is awesome. And because this is a live demo from Paul R. Atkinson, the author of the 5 Steps to the Sale, this is copyrighted material, and this is like agent locator, Mr. Addo, the CEO, giving you a bone today. And Benisa, they're just like, you can't get this nowhere else, okay? Agent Locator has put this together for you. So, last thing, Nan, what are we going to learn? Last thing.
Learn what to do to begin closing more seller listings now.
Yay! Thank you so much, our volunteer, Nan. You are amazing. Thank you so much. We're going to need another volunteer, but Nan, I thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. I was honored.
You're welcome. You're welcome. We want to talk to you about a poll. Benisa, we have the first poll that we want to send out there. And it says, I want you to take a moment right now, whatever you're doing, this is important because this training today is very interactive. All right. And you need to sit up in your chair and you need to understand that not only are you going to get all that we've just told you, what Nan has told you, but you're going to get more than that because you're going to take away some things that you're feeling today. Feeling, right? It's going to be feelings involved. I want you to tell me, do you feel you have enough sales skills as a realtor? The poll is running right now. We're definitely going to give it some time. And while we're giving it some time, I want everybody to answer the question, please. We have hundreds of people here, so please go ahead and fill it out. I want to see that. We want to know. So far, it's the poll is going up and it's like 60-something%. And it's like, do you feel you have enough sales skills? A lot of people are saying no. A lot of people are saying no. And I get it. It hurts my heart. That's why I wrote my book, The 5 Steps to the Sale. Yeah, to give you the secret because I've been keeping it to myself for 29 years. You see, the issue is this, folks, my sisters and my brothers who are realtors. We have this multi-million dollar, multi-billion dollar piece of paper license that we maintain. And yet we have no sales skills. The number one thing that is needed in your industry. You see, no one gives it to us. You see, you go and you get your license and then you head off to the field. And nobody's there to teach you entrepreneurship. Nobody's there to teach you how to sell. Look at this. Share, please. I'll go ahead and end it now. We're not going to wait. We have 84% people that really answered. Look at the results. We're going to share the results right now. We could see that. The question is, do you feel you have enough sales skills? And majority, 69% of you, 70% of us said no. Oh my gosh. But it's the same thing that you need. It's the one thing that you need. Isn't that interesting? Okay, so let's go ahead and just ask ourselves right now, what is sales skills? What is sales skills? Nan, would you like to read for us again? If you can come back, we want you to read again. Go ahead. What did I do this morning, Nan? What do you see on the screen? Where did I go to get this answer to this question? Where did you see I go? I think you have to undo your mic. Yeah, Nan, just undo your mic. Yeah.
Okay, you went to Google.
Yay! Does everybody feel comfortable using Google by show of hands? Is it a reliable source for us? Just, put your hands up. Yeah, you do. Okay, cool, right? All right. So I went to a reliable place. Is that true? Yes? Okay. Nan, what did Google say when we asked the question, what is sales skills? Can you read that, please?
Sales job skills are the key abilities that equip sales professionals to successfully communicate with customers and close sales. Sales representatives with strong skills in this area are best equipped to meet or even exceed their quotas.
Interesting. Thank you, Nan. It is interesting. NAR, National Association of Realtors, I know Canada, we're speaking to a lot of Canadian agents right now. And I know that they have the Canadian Realtor Association as well, and I'm familiar with it. But the stats that I have on America are only 10% of 1.6 million realtors. You could go look it up. NAR, National Association of Realtors. We have approximately 1.6 million members, and only 10% of that population will write six figures. This is ridiculous because over $1 million of the people, over 1 million people in our congregation, our whole group here as realtors don't have what is really needed, the vital scale sales skills. Interesting. And we just took, in our class today, we took a little random poll. Well, look what happened. 70% of us don't have what we really need. Well, how do you get it? Today, we're going to show you. I'm going to give you a live demo. All right. Group poll. This is the poll number 2. Vanessa, would you please, if you said the 30 to 40% of you that said, hey, you know what? And everybody, I want you to answer this. If you feel you had enough sales skills, those people that said they had enough to close a deal with a seller day in, day out, if you had enough, where would you put yourself as a level of sales skills today? Scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the least effective and 10 being the most effective. Let's go ahead and give some time. And this is a very important question because, we need sales skills in our industry and nobody's really there to give it to us. We go out and after we get a license, most states and most municipalities, most governing bodies for us say that the requirement for you to be successful, they don't even really care about your success, in my opinion. They say, hey, in order for you to run your business as an entrepreneur, as a real estate agent, you need to go sit with a broker. And then the broker, they tell the broker, hey, you In order for you to be a broker, you need to make sure that you supervise and protect the public from any kind of shenanigans that your agents would do, right? And then the realtors are there and they're with the brokers, and then the brokers, 90% of the brokers don't give a damn. They just throw you up against the wall like wet toilet paper to see if you stick. That's what a fellow broker told me. Says, hey, Paul, I recruit some folks, man, and I just throw them against the wall like wet toilet paper to see if they stick. Wow. Well, you see, we're not here for that. We're here to make sure that you do stick if you ever get thrown up against the wall like wet toilet paper. I'm going to end the poll right now because over 70. Well, okay, people, okay, sorry, I'm not going to end it. Keep going. We have right now, the results are coming in, and most people, on average, let me see, 35% of us are feeling that like they're at a level of 7. So a level of 7. A few, like 19% of us saying, hey, we're at an 8. We've got like maybe 1% of us say we're at a 10. Boy, that's a sharp person right there who said they're at a 10. That is pretty sharp. That means you really know how to handle yourself at sales. If you said that you are a 10 on your sales skills, that's phenomenal. We really admire that and appreciate that. If you said that you are a 2, hey, we totally get it. You're here. We're here for you. And we want to make sure that you are going to learn something today. And if you said something in between 2 and 10, hey, welcome home. We got you covered. So we're going to end the poll right now. And let's share the results, and you could see it. Most of us feel that we're right at about a 7. You could see that, yeah? Being at a 7 means what to you? Okay, well, let's do a live demonstration in today's class of answering this question. You've never seen this before. I've usually do a little bit of a role play and this and that, but I'm going to take it from the top to the end, right? I need a volunteer to come up here and to play and pretend that they are a seller that I'm actually sitting down in the living room with right now. And then as I give my presentation and I show you my listing agreement, and I get you to sign, you're going to tell me that, can you, Paul, lower your commission and fees? And we're going to see how that turns out today live. Who's the volunteer? Paramjit. Hey, Paramjit.
Hi, Paul.
Hello.
Pleasure speaking to you.
Likewise. And I must tell you, I would like to just say that I have a doctor who is a client, and his name is Dr. Paramjit. He's a very
good to know that. I wish I was a doctor.
Yeah, so this is good. This is going to be great. You and I are going to spend about 15 to 20 minutes together today because we need to actually show our classmates here how this is going to go down. So I'm going to be on camera. I want them, everybody, here's the thing. When I'm speaking, okay, you could see me, okay? Yeah, you can see my eyes. You can see everything that I'm doing because this is all part of this thing that we're going to do, these 5 techniques that I'm going to show you. All right, so here's the role play. So take a deep breath, and this is a live demo. And what we're doing today is we're analyzing and assessing our sales skills. That is what we want to figure out, is what our sales skills are, because that is what it's going to take for you to answer the question when a client says to you, hey, can you lower your commission, lower your fees, right? All right, so cool. Here we go. Now, everything that I do, I'm going to show you why I did it. You're now going to see, you're going to hear, and you're going to feel a technique that's called the 5 steps of the sale. And there is a beginning, to it, and there's an end, and the end is close. So I'll just tell you, and you can write this down, write them down. The 5 steps of the sale consist of step 1 is conversation. Step 2 is curiosity. Step 3 is conviction. Step 4 is desire. And then step 5 is close. Close. Sign the paper. Paramjit, as our helper today, we appreciate you in advance. Here are some of the rules of the game. Please act how you feel. Whatever, you're going to pretend to be a seller, and I'm there to sell your house. And we're in the living room. And my objective is to get you to sign my listing agreement. If at the time when I ask you to, or anytime I ask you to, if you feel like doing it, then so be it. Do it. If you don't. But I need you to really take this from your heart. Is that okay? Can you do that?
Yeah, sure, Paul.
Okay.
I'll be more realistic as well as acting in the moment.
All right. Wonderful. All right. Here we go. So we're going to ring the doorbell, ding dong, and you're going to let me in, right? Ding dong.
Hey, hi.
Hi. Hey, Paramjit. How are you today? I'm Paul Atkinson. What a pleasure to meet you.
Not bad. Yeah, I mean, pleasure meeting you.
Oh, wonderful. I tell you, your curb appeal is outstanding. You do a lot of gardening. I could see that. You like to keep the house up, don't you?
Yeah, I'm trying, like, yeah, I mean, improving year by year.
You know what I love really about you? You're right, the buffer that you put right on the front. I love the flowers with the pink, the yellow, the red. I do the same thing. I love it.
Oh, thanks. I'm glad you liked it.
Yes. Okay. So may I come in?
I was a little busy, Paul. How long would that take?
Oh,
And what exactly is this regarding?
I am so sorry. Remember, you and I spoke a few days ago, and you had invited me home to your house.
Oh, yeah, Paul. I recall it now. My bad. Like, had been a bad work day, so I didn't remember the conversation. But yeah, definitely. We can definitely meet now and sit.
Okay,
Yeah.
wonderful. Because I know you invited me over today. You kind of wanted to know the value of your property, and you wanted to see what it's all about to possibly put it on the market. And okay, got it. Well, thank you. So, did I tell you, Paramjit, that I love your name?
Oh, thank you.
You know why? Because one of my best clients is Dr. Paramjit, and I'll never forget your name.
Oh, pleasure. I mean, I'm pleased that my name is doing wonders, helping
Yes,
people.
You know, he's such a great guy, and I'm sure you are too. I just wanted to say, wow, this is a beautiful home. You've done quite a lot to this home. It looks really good, and it smells real good. Is that curry? I'm making some curry in there from the islands. It smells like curry.
Oh, yes, we are preparing a traditional Indian dish here, like a paneer makhani.
Oh, wow. You know, I'm from Jamaica, and I love to make curry chicken. And
Oh, wow.
yes, I put some beans in it, and I kind of lima beans, and it just goes so well with it. I love it. Phenomenal. How do you make your curry?
Yeah, basically, we put some cottage cheese in, and yeah, in making the curry, we put some ghee into it, like some oils, and then some vegetables like tomatoes and other stuff. We just grind them, put them in, and put in the cottage cheese to make it a fresh vegetable.
Nice. Cottage cheese. I didn't know that, but I love the way you cook. You know, one of my dear friends, Moen, he was from Pakistan. And I would go over with my daughters, and we would sit down and we would eat many times. I love the food. So, Paramjit, thank you again for having me. And I was wondering, am I going to be speaking with your wife as well? Is she here?
She's at work. She was supposed to be here, but she had an urgent meeting. She had to go to office, so she's not currently here. Yeah, but if required, I mean, if there are some questions which I don't know about, some information which you are seeking, we can definitely give her a call or something like that.
Perfect. Sounds good. Okay, phenomenal. So let's get going on this. And may I get a tour to kind of get a feel of this? You want me to figure out the value on this house. Is that correct?
Yeah, Paul, that's what the expectation is. And thank you. Yeah, definitely we can have
Sure.
a
Okay.
house tour here. Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
So we go through the house and I compliment and I notice this and I ask questions. And now we come back to the living room or dining room. And I say,
Mhm.
well, Paramjit, I have seen this home and I tell you, it's phenomenal. And I have some ideas on where the value is. But of course, I'm going to show you what's happening in the marketplace and all the things that we're able to do to get this thing in the direction that you want it to go. And I don't really know what that is right now, but I'm sure you'll be able to show that to me. Is that okay?
Yeah, sure, Paul.
Great. Can we sit here at the dining room table? I'd like to show you my laptop. And not only that, but I did bring this presentation folder for you. And it has a couple flyers in here. And everything that I'm discussing today is going to be right here that you can reference. Is that okay? And this is for you.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks, Paul. Yeah, we definitely can sit on the dining table and discuss.
Okay, wonderful. So tell me, Paramjit, what do you want to see in your real estate agent? Like, what do you want to see?
Yeah, first thing, Paul, is the transparency. Like what's happening in the market, how we are gonna market this property, and giving me a realistic figure where we can land on. I don't want false promises of 1.2 million when this house can go only 1.1 or 1. But at the same time, I want my realtor to be, obviously, he should be transparent. So that's the first thing. And second is his knowledge, his presentation skills, his way to probably uh, do some good negotiations from the other realtors with other realtors.
I see that. I totally get it. You want transparency. You want this realtor that's reliable, that's knowledgeable, that has experience above other agents. Is that what you're saying?
Definitely, Paul. That is something me as a seller is looking forward to. And
Oh,
at the end of the day, it also boils down to the dollar figures.
yeah.
It's a home I have been living for quite some time, and like putting in my blood in here in terms of improving it. So I definitely want a good value out of this house when I'm selling this.
Makes sense. And you know what? I totally understand how you feel because the house is immaculate. It's like mine. I truly take a lot of care to my house too, Pramjit, and I am with you on that. So I understand what you want. You want transparency. You want to be able to get the maximum amount of value out of this home. So I'm a little curious, Pramjit. We know what you want. What do you feel you need in order to get what you want? This realtor that you wanted to see with transparency and good selling skills and all of that, what do you need? What do you need to get
Like,
this?
yeah, his knowledge and experience should be definitely what I'm looking forward. His expertise to make this property sell the highest in the neighborhood, I would say.
Hmm. Okay, so you need to have the person along with you that has the ability to make it sell for the highest in the neighborhood. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, exactly that. What is what I said.
Wow. I totally get it. Bramjit, I totally get it. I totally get it. And I thank you so much. So now let's just say for a moment, right? Because I am going to show you exactly how we're going to market this property right now. And we're going to get the top dollar. We're going to be the highest sale in this community. Before I do that, I'm just curious to know, let's say we achieve this. How would this make you feel?
Yeah, definitely. I'll be on cloud nine. I'll be delighted.
Cloud nine. Well, you know
Hmm.
what? I'm going to get you on cloud nine. I want you to trust me. Is that okay?
Yeah, for sure, Paul.
All right, let's do it. So now let's take a look at the presentation, and I'm going to show you my monitor, and we go through the listing presentation, my PowerPoint, the list of all the things that I do for you, open houses, everything, negotiations, GPS app, you name it. I show it according to what the client wants to see. Then we go to the market live. Part of my technique is we go to the market live. And here is the role playing again. We're going to get back into the role. Okay, so Paramjit, I've just showed you a list of all the things that we're going to be doing to market the house. How do you feel about all that we're doing? It's over 25 things. That's a lot. What are you feeling right now?
Yeah, to be honest, I'm feeling a bit overwhelming and like too much to do. But I highly appreciate the way you, that you presented and told me what you're gonna do to make it a highest selling property on the market.
Oh, Pramjit, you know what? I'm glad you feel overwhelmed because this is what it's going to take to get maximum amount for this property. And we're going to need to use all the stuff. All right. But here's a question that I have right now. How do you plan to go into the market as far as the pricing? Because here's the value. And I want to show you something. We're looking at the comps right now, and take a look at my screen. And last sale, the highest sale inside of this subdivision and within the 1 mile radius of the type of home that you have is $1.5 million. That's the highest sale, 1.5. And then we have another sale right here, a few one, which is about 1.3. So let's take a look at these pictures at the 1.5, and let's see how it compares to your home. Is that okay?
Yeah, sure, Paul. I would love to.
All right, wonderful. So let's educate ourselves, and let me show you. This house sold for 1.5. Look at their kitchen. Wow. Let's take look, your kitchen. You've got amazing kitchen. I think your kitchen beat this one. Do you agree or disagree? Look, what do you think?
Yeah, I'd say it's comparable, and like,
I think,
we have done some good improvements in the kitchen very recently.
Yep. Yeah. So it's good job. Real good job. Okay, let's take a look. Well, the floors now. This floor in the 1.5, it's consistent all throughout. But we're a little bit we have different types of flooring in here. So that's kind of like a little drawback. You agree or disagree? What do you
I agree. Yeah, I mean, there is definitely some work needed on floors.
All right. And we go through and we keep analyzing. And now we're going to put the ball back in the client's court. Okay, so Paramjit, now that we've looked at all the properties and we've seen that the highest sale and where we stand, my opinion and what I'm feeling, because when I first came here, you asked me what's the value, and I know you see a lot of things that I bring a lot of value to you and all that I'm marketing and getting that highest price that you possibly want. I'm thinking we should list between 1.4 to 1.59. That's my opinion. But remember, I'm just saying, your choice. My opinion on the value of this home is between 1.4 to 1.59. I was wondering, what were you and your wife thinking you wanted to see? Was it in between that or above or below?
We were actually looking close to 1.5 only, and you're saying that we are marketing. I mean, you expect the value to be between this range. You're saying, right? Which means the lower part is a bit lower, around 100K lower than our expectations. So, what are you thinking in terms of putting it on the listing? I would rely on your expertise to do that, to get me a high dollar value.
Sure, Paramjit. Well, because you trust me and believe in me, and I trust you and believe in you, I feel good. You know what? You remember, we're going to do all this marketing. We're going to do open house. Our firm, PRN Company of Realtors, we're going to syndicate to over 800 different websites. I think we should start let's go 1.550. If we don't get activity in 1 week, if we're not getting activity, let's create a plan right now. We're going to start at 1,1,550,000, 50,000 more than what you were thinking about with your wife. And then in a week, no activity, not one. If we don't get no showings, we're going to come down a little bit. We're going to come down to 1.545 or something, just to show.
Mhm.
What do you think about that?
I mean, again, Paul, I truly would uh, pass the ball in your court on this, because what my end goal is to get the good value, right?
Yes.
What pricing you want to list it to get it is something your expertise should come in. I mean,
Perfect. 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 All right. Wonderful. Now,
one quick question, Paul. Like, are we looking to get multiple offers on this house? How are you going to present that to make it a multiple offer
this is,
presentation?
that is such a wonderful question, Paramjit, because most of the properties that we market, we expect to get multiple offers, and there's a technique to it. That's why you selected me, right? Because I'm your guy. I'm your guy. This is why you select. Now listen, because when we get multiple offers, here's the technique. Number one, the first offer we get, we're going to recognize it and let you know that. Then, in that same day, obviously, we're going to expect another offer. So, the moment another offer comes in, we are going to enter into a multiple offer situation by letting everybody know. We're even going to put on the MLS listing multiple offers. Please make your highest and best offer by such and such date and time. So, we're going to tell everybody multiple offer situation. Please make your highest and best. We even have
That sounds good.
yes. Hey, $50,000 extra you're going to get working with us today. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
What are you going to do with that money? I can see it already. What are you going to do with extra $50,000?
Oh yeah, I mean, it'll be a good way to plan our next vacation.
All right, there we go. See it already. I want you to see it. And remember, you said you're going to feel amazing, right? You're going to feel amazing. So, all right, now handling that. Now, I want to ask you something. I feel good about this and I'm ready to go. Are you feeling good that we could do an open house this coming Saturday? Because today's Tuesday. What do you think about this Saturday and Sunday? I could do an open house and get some brokers to look at this on Saturday or something. What's best for you?
Do you think like our house is gonna be ready by Saturday? Because I have some commitments in the coming days. Though Saturday is free, but getting the house ready is something I'm thinking about. Whether 3-4 days is gonna be sufficient.
Okay, well, let's not push it. How about we let it for the following weekend? Is that okay? Let's do.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, great. Well, I'm so excited to get started on this. All right. Let's go ahead and go over our listing agreement so we could get it in the MLS. And I noticed on the title that your name was the only one on title, and that means your wife doesn't need to sign. I recognize that. And that's good, right? You understand?
Yes. She entered my life post me buying the house.
Okay. And it looks like right now, as we're about to get everything going, we're exceeding all of your needs and your wants because we're going to list it for 50,000 more, and you've got a great realtor.
Oh yeah, Paul. I'm looking for get those extra $50,000.
Okay. All right. So now, Jen, let's show on the screen the listing agreement. Let's go over it together. And remember, time out right here. Paramjit, remember, when I tell you, when you see the screen, the money, the charge that I'm about to tell you, you're going to say to me at the end, Paul, can you lower your fee? You remember
Sure.
that?
Yeah.
Okay, everyone, this is what you're all here for. But there's a reason for us taking it from the beginning to the end because you need everything that you've seen so far. All right. So here we go, and we're going to go through the listing agreement, and we're going to say, okay, Paramjit, we put your name here as a seller, and a broker is us, and I like to put about 12 months, but it doesn't mean that we're going to be having your property on the market for the whole 12 months. I just want you to know that right in this area right here, we'll put 12 months, but don't worry, you could terminate, anytime you just talk to me. Okay, is that all right?
Paul, I would like to go with 6 months. as a
Okay.
starter. I'm firm believer in looking at things first, understanding the performance. I mean, I have complete trust in you, but I believe 12 months might be way too more.
Okay. I totally get it. And you know what? That is fair with me. Let's make that adjustment right now. So we're going to do 6 months right here. We'll type in 6 months from here to there. Wonderful.
Thanks, Paul.
Thank you, Paramjit. Thank you so much for trusting me on this. Okay, now the next thing is we're going to put the address in here and we go through and blah, 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 blah. And we're going to put the list price of $1,555,000, blah, blah, 550. Now, here is where it goes. Next page.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So as you can see here, we're going through the forms. I will be able to put a lockbox on the property. That's okay with you, yes?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Everybody's going to register with me. So I just want you to initial this page and then let's go on to the main and wonderful part of how you're going to save money with us here. And here we go. Okay. So right at the top, it says compensation right here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be putting 6%. That is the normal rate that most agencies are charging sellers today. I just want you to know that we are right there at the normal rate of 6%, but it doesn't mean that me, your good old realtor, makes all that money. I'm going to explain the breakdown for you. So there's a fee of 6%. And then
Mm-hmm.
when you go down to the bottom here at number 9, it says that I have to pay from the 6%,
Mm-hmm.
3% commission out to another broker. So in reality, I'm doing all of this work that you see. I'm going to be going back and forth and doing all these things, open houses, and I really only get 6%.
Sad to know that you're losing the 3%.
Yes.
And what is the remaining 3% for?
Well, the 3% is for the co-broker. So if another realtor comes to
No. I'm saying that the remaining 3%, is that all your part?
Oh yes, that's
3% goes to the co-op and 3% is what your brokerage is gonna get?
yes. Can you imagine that? That is all I get.
Paul, I appreciate that, but like, isn't that way too high? Because uh, I have had uh, like the listing presentation last week with another realtor, and I
Yes.
also have a friend who is actually into realty business. And what I get to know from them is like they usually charge 1.5 to 2% when it comes to selling a house. So can I ask you to lower your commission?
Well, absolutely, you can ask me that. But here's what I have to tell you. The 6% is what we charge standard. And you know that, and your friends told you it should be perhaps 5.5%. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, at times they even charge 5 as a total.
Oh, now what do you think the charge? What if I was to tell you on the next page? Let's go to the next page because we understand the 6% is there. But let me show you. On the next page, and Jen, normally we would have this written in, but the one Jen brought up right now, it doesn't have that. But I'm going to write on here on additional clause. How about I do 4%? What do you think of that? How would
Oh,
that
that will be good. Yeah, 3% to co-op and
listen,
1%. Yeah, that's a very good deal.
but listen, it is a good deal. Think about this. It is 6%. But if I find a buyer myself, which means I do the open house, a buyer comes to me and I represent the buyer and I also represent you as a transaction broker, you will save 2%. It's even better than what your friends are telling you. What are you going to do with 2%? How much is that? That's over $20,000.
Yeah, that's a good amount of money I can save. I would love that.
Yes, it's fantastic. Let me just make it clear to you. I am going to market the property in such a way that I stand a very good chance of finding my own buyer. And for that, I make 1% extra. And for you, you save 2%. Oh my
No,
God.
that's amazing, Paul. But what if we don't get a buyer from your side?
Then that's understandable. Look at the value. You're getting a realtor that is going to be transparent. You're getting a realtor that you trust, that you feel good about. You're getting a realtor that is experienced and know how to negotiate and actually sell the house above anything in the neighborhood. And not only that, but look, Paramjit, I already brought on that $50,000 extra than you and your wife was thinking. Is that not a value?
No, definitely, Paul. That's definitely a value. And I understand that you might be having some good database on buyers, but what if it is still like we are getting buyer from another brokerage? 6% is still a bit pinching to me.
Yeah, 6%. What do you feel right now? Because I'm feeling that what is happening here with the fees is wonderful because 6% is normal. And not only that, but it's justifiable when I have to co-broker out half of it. What
No,
do you?
yeah, if we can definitely save 2% more, I would love to do that. I mean,
Yes,
it'll give me some more down payment for my next purchase.
and that's it.
Uh,
That's exactly what we're going to do when we find a buyer ourselves, and you're going to help me with that.
no, that sounds good. Really good.
Perfect. So you feel good. You feel as just as good as I am for us to move forward with this. Yes.
Yeah, Paul.
Oh my! Come on, give me. Should I say give me a hug? I'm joking. I'm joking. Here we go, buddy. Here we go. Please, let's go ahead and sign this right now. It is going to be 6%. I'm going to co-broker 3.5%, 3% out. And if I find a buyer myself, it's going to be 4%. You're going to save 2%. What an amazing opportunity for us to work together. I love it. I feel so good.
No, I feel the same. Though my wife is not on the title, Paul, but I would still like she being my spouse and an important member of the household. Uh, I would still feel like I need to discuss it with her. What do you say?
Okay, buddy. You and I are good to go. Would you agree? Look at it this way. Remember, you said last week someone came in here, sat
Mhm.
at this table. Compare that. What was that listing presentation like versus this presentation? How do you feel right now?
No, Paul, by any means, your expertise and skills are way too higher. I'm happy to have had this presentation by you explaining me the process pretty well.
You are amazing. Thank you so much. And this is what you're going to share with your wife. You're going to show her how amazing we're working together and getting the property sold. Jen, you could stop sharing the screen. So this is phenomenal. Thank you so much. I'm going to, here's the listing agreement. Let's get you and me signed off on this. And I'm going to leave it with you so you could talk to your wife and then I'll pick it back up tomorrow or the next day. Does that feel good to you?
Yeah, but can we actually like wait before I actually make the signature? Like, what do you feel like? Is it too mandatory to make the signatures today? I could just it's just like I trust you, but is it like I should before making this big decision I should speak to my wife at least?
Absolutely. And remember when we started, you said you would get on the phone, but we don't
Mhm.
need to do that. You don't need to do that because I trust you and I feel good about you. I am going to commit right now. Let me sign everything. See, I signed. Here we go. There we go. And this is yours. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you, Paul. I appreciate your help on this and looking forward to the high
Perfect.
dollar values.
Yes. All right. That is it. Time out. Time out. Demo is completed. Now, how I want some feedback from people, but the first person that's going to give us some feedback is Paramjit. Paramjit, what do you feel you saw different inside of this whole presentation of handling the problem when the seller says, "Hey, look, can you lower your fees?" What do you see there?
Yeah, I mean, you didn't answer it as a no. You very smartly put and showed me how I can save 2%. So the entire focus of bringing your commission from 3% to 2%, which I was asking for, you completely diverted it with a very great skill to me saving 2%. So I kind of was looking, oh, I can save another 2%, just only 4%. So your conviction was, and I would say, way to handle that objection was really great.
Wonderful.
Had I been in my situation, I would have like pondering and thinking, oh yeah, definitely, or like, do you know, like, um, though I'm charging the market rate, but I'm giving you so much extra and extra, rather than me diverting uh,
Yeah, for sure.
the conversation to dreaming, to make him dream some
Yeah,
more money
yeah.
saving.
So,
Yeah.
here's what we want some feedback from everyone, but here's what I'm going to do for now. We're going to put some support links inside of the chat, and here's the support links, right? Because we're running out of time. You can give us feedback whenever you want. If you have questions, if you see how this works, then that's good for you. But inside of the chat right now, I just shared it with the panelists. Let me share it with everyone right now. Take a look inside the chat, and there is a link for you to set and get help, right? Because the fact is 70% of us need help, right? Is that not true? 70% of us need help. What you've just seen is a sales ability, a sales cycle. It's called the 5 steps of the sale. It's a complete cycle. It is first step one, where we connected with the client by their name, association, the doctor, that client that I had associated with him, by complimenting them. The flowers in the front, by smell of the house, everything. We made a connection. There's a connection that there's curry chicken by the two people, the realtor and the seller. There was a connection by the two people being able to trust each other. So conversation, you get the client to listen to you, to trust you, to believe in you, and to be able to say that they feel comfortable with you. And after you complete that, then you ask the client, what do they want? What do they need? And how they're going to feel. It's called the DBM, the dominant buying motive. How are they going to feel when they get what they want and what they need? When they tell you that, then you're going to turn around from there and you're going to enter into the next step. So this one, you can see the screen here. We've achieved that part. When we achieve step one, which is conversation, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get into step two. And step two is where we make our prospect curious to hear our presentation. So at one point, after the conversation, I started to say to the seller, Paramjit, oh my goodness, I understand what you want. And I understand what you need. And is that correct? And he says, yes, Paul, you're totally correct. And I uplift my spirit. I said, oh my goodness, I really know how to get you all that you want and need and how you're going to feel. Let me wait until you see my presentation. So now he's curious to see the presentation. He's sitting up in his seat like a big ears, and he's opened up his mind. Then this is number three, step three, the conviction. This is where you will give your presentation. In my presentation to him, I was educating him on all the things we're going to do for him. I was educating him on the current market conditions. I was inspiring him that he can get even a little bit more because he had a better kitchen and the highest sale, and facts were the facts. And we also was able to set up a fail-safe that if we listed at a little bit higher, in 1 week, we could start dropping the price down, and he already agreed to it. Now, step four is handling objections. And this is when we were going to close him, and he was saying, well, can you lower your fees? How do we handle that objection? We already had all of this completed. He liked me, listened to me, believed in me. He was curious to see my proposal. Then I see the presentation, and it was very, very good. It justified when I handled the objection and close him, it was there. I didn't have a big problem to close him. That, my friends, is what you call the 5 steps of the sale, and it's called a selling process for you to have. So let's wrap
Just
this.
yeah,
Go ahead.
just a quick comment. Sorry to interrupt in
Sure.
between. So
Please.
yeah, I was totally into sign the agreement. The reason I still said I'll discuss it with my wife was just to be because I've had such situations, and I wanted to understand how would you as a perfectionist would handle that situation. So I wanted to see that, and although I was like all in to sign it right away and save another 2% and
That's
get my
wonderful.
house. Yeah, get
Wonderful.
my
Well,
house at
listen,
the.
and remember, people, he is telling you what he feel, and we asked him to do that honestly. But if I did not build a rapport with him, get him to like me, listen to me, and trust me in the beginning as a human being, and then made him curious to know what I'm going to offer him, and then make the presentation to him, he would not move forward. And that's the key important thing. So today we talked about, can you lower your commissions? And you saw how to do it. How do you handle that? You have to take the client through a sales process. And remember, you need to get selling skills. So what do you need to succeed to handle this objection? Well, you need to build your sales skills. So ask yourself, what is it? What does sales skills mean to me? Because 70% of us right now don't have it that are here. And then when you ask yourself that, then how much of the sales skills do I currently have? Well, we did a poll on that. And it shows that some of us are like 7, up high as 7. And that's wonderful. But there's some of us that are a 3 and a 2 and a 5. Oh my goodness. How can we make it better? How can you get more? And then finally, did you see, did you hear, and did you feel the 5 techniques working today or not? That's the question. Here is what I have to say for you in closing. And this is from Jordan Peterson. I know most of you know this guy. I love him. Paramjit, could you read? What did he say? What did Dr. What is this guy said? Jordan Param. What did he say? Read that.
Yeah, you don't want to be the person that won't let go of the raft when someone comes to rescue you.
Pretty interesting. I was doing my meditation the other day and I heard him say this. And I said, you know what? It's something to share with you guys. You know why I wanted to share it with you? Because the 5 steps of the sale or any kind of sales system is there to help you to be a much more successful realtor. It is there. And for you to embrace it, because they didn't tell you to go do that in school, right? For you to embrace it, you got to let go of the raft. Come on, guys, get out there and go and learn sales skills and improve upon it, because that's exactly what you need and what we all need. So I want you to look at everyone right now. I would not have given 6, but a co-op 4. He steals himself out of blah, 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 blah. Okay, he didn't show me he's worth it. Okay, understood. We ran out of time. This is a situation where sometimes you get into a listing appointment. It could be 1 hour, hour and a half. A good listing appointment for $1 million home could take 2 hours. So the point is, you've got to be able to feel comfortable to handle objections and work things through. And I appreciate all of you being here. It is wonderful. We cannot take too much more feedback, but we want just 2 questions real quickly, because I always like to give that opportunity. Who would like to come up and just kind of let me answer some questions for you? Paramjit, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you so much. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks, Paul. It was wonderful having this presentation. And believe me, had I been into your situation, I wouldn't have done 40 to 50% of it. So thanks a ton. It was a wonderful one and a lot of learning for us, for me
Thank
for
you.
sure, and I believe for everyone. That's.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Who has a question for us? Come on up to the stage. Or Benisa, if you see a question that we want to answer, please ask me, and I'm ready to answer it. Question, 2 minutes. Can you please elaborate on leaving the paperwork with the seller? Absolutely. Anna says, can you elaborate on leaving the paperwork with the seller? Okay. That question is saying, Is it why I'm leaving it with the seller, or should I leave it with the seller or not leave it with the seller? We have built trust in the presentation. So the seller trusts me and I trust the seller. And the act and the action of actually signing is closing the deal. That's what the action, and the action must be there every single listing presentation that you do. So you get your pen out and you actually start to initial every page, your initial, because you have to initial it and then your broker initial it. And then you're going to sign, go through the motions. It gets them into the direction of also doing it. It's called psychological reciprocity. You want to give them all of the documents. Inside of the folder that you bring for them is also a blank listing agreement so they can see all the terms. All right. Great job. Where can we buy your book? Okay. You can go. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Go to Amazon or Barnes and Noble and just type in the 5 steps of the sale. The 5 steps of the sale. Just remember that. The 5 steps of the sale. Just think about it. There was 5 steps that you learned today. And look for that book, The 5 Steps to the Sale. Another person from Dan Brown. In my jurisdiction, we cannot rep both sides of the transaction. How do we handle the objection when we cannot horse trade or fees? Okay, well, Dan, click on the link and come into a growth call. There's no obligation. I will spend time with you. Click on the link right there. There's my calendar. Book your one-on-one call with me. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm not trying to sell you the book. I'm not trying to sell you whatever you might think. It's for me to give you, from Agent Locator and from our Successful Business Academy, a 30-minute call to help you grow your business. So Dan, I think that's something we can help you with if you were to book your session. How to handle an objection when you can't lower your fee. The lowering the fee is not part of the objection handling. It's not really. It's just a matter of showing them that we're willing to do something. You don't have to lower. You don't have to tell them about both sides 4%. You don't have to do that. You could go into and say, hey, listen to it. Paramjit, the seller, said he found value in number 1, us being able to list the property for $50,000 more. Your commission is there. Number 2, he really see the value of all the things that we're going to do. It was there. So you don't have to worry about that. Stellar telling that he'll take his wife. I think I was a polite way of saying no. Okay. Seller saying he'll tell his wife. Okay. Understood. How you feel about that? What about buyers asking to reduce commissions? Huh? Buyers don't pay commissions. So they cannot reduce or ask anything. If a buyer comes and says share the commission, then okay, you can't even, that's something that you could do, but everybody has to know about it. Then you have to give a buyer's rebate by filling out an addendum. Can Paul recommend a body language presenter? Let me see. Paul, a body language presenter for me to use on our next brokerage meeting. Why don't you book, okay, so Len Sok, you're welcome everyone. Why don't you go ahead and book a group call in the chat? There's the link. Because if in your next brokerage meeting, I mean, we work with a lot of brokers all over, and Len, yes, we can help you with a body language presentation technique. It's important, but I kind of want to assess a little bit more, and I can help you. But so just book a call, and we could help you with that. About buyers asking for cash back. What about the buyers asking for cash? It's up to you. If you want to give the buyers a rebate, you can. If like, let's say you put together a deal, and like today, I put together a deal. I made an offer, $180,000, and the realtor called me back, Joe. This was an hour ago, and he says, Paul, listen, we want to move forward with your offer, but can the buyer come up with 5,000 more? And I said, okay. All right, talk to the buyer. The buyer says, oh man, I just don't have all of that money. And then we say, well, you know what? You're a repeat customer. We will give you $500. We'll give you $700 as a buyer's rebate to help you come up with it. So you could do that. Talk to your broker, see what's going on. Woman, a realtor plus, she was amazing. Okay, thank you guys. The comments are amazing. Benisa, anything before we go? Benisa, how do you want to close us out?
That's it from me. We're just going to send the recording to everyone 24 hours after the webinar and hopefully see you all at the next one.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Miss Jen. Thank you, everyone. Guys, just thanks for being here. Take care, all the participants. Let's go get him, Tiger. If you need any help, please reach out to us. Take care. Until next time. Bye for now.
Bye-bye. Thank you.